So a low damage, high health target. Yeah, it kind of sounds a little bit like that. New hostile that has a lot of hull. I mean, Bev&Mudd, you're right, could still work. That could still work fine as an alternative. I mean, yeah, Tal does some of the same things in that regards, where you're dragging out long fights over a period of time. But I think Tal's better than Bev&Mudd. I feel like in my fights when I was using Bev&Mudd I mean, we could test it right now. Um, Here, let's do this. Assign officers. We want Khan. We want Mud. We want Bev. We'll take the Augur, because that's the ship that you should probably be punching up with, or at least is what I was punching up with. Let's go to Romulus. I probably don't have any of the battle logs from the other night, so I'll have to come back with the burning crew. Yeah, we were doing too much farming and PvP today, fighting territories. Tear up, Mod. You think I'm made of indie credits? Well, you have better sourcing for independent credits now thanks to the new Tal&Georgiou refinery. Alright, so you guys are flying there. You're flying where you need to go. That's all done. Yeah, but we can test, just for comparison's sake, we'll do a side-by-side. How long does a fight with Bev&Mudd Khan really go? Because we know a fight with Tal goes, we'll say 15, 17 rounds. I mean, we can do another one of them just so we have the logs to look at side by side. The new Tal&Georgiou refinery? Exactly. Exactly. But don't. Jules Verne, welcome on in. Eclipse Revisited. Exchange transports have high health, low DPR ratios. Could also be a possibility. I mean, we were talking about this. Hey, Gan, welcome on in. Thank you very much for renewing. 12 months. Well, holy crap. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. We were talking about this a couple weeks back. How these systems out here are kind of just wasted space. Like, you've got these level 40s systems right out here, and you got 39 and 40s hanging out there. And just queue at 25 bits. I appreciate that. Then you've got these big 45s that are a pain in the butt to kill, but Tal wouldn't work on them. But then out here behind them, you've got these 3 extra systems, which had a couple of uses for missions, which are now probably part of the holodeck missions. But it's just a couple of like 29s and 30s. So it's like, were these placeholder systems that were meant to be something else that they just never went around and got around to? And maybe we're going to be getting something going on here. We'll get some 40 plus stuff back here. So everybody with their, 1.5 or 2 million maxed Stellas can have some more content to do. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. And Bugman, thank you very much. Uh-oh. You guys keep this up, we're going to hit a hype train. Oof. I appreciate the subscription, sir. The Rosara group was good when that's what level you were hitting. They have a tighter spawn grouping, so faster grinding. So if you were, like a 250 or 300k, you could kind of just get in here and just do your farming with your lower level Stella, as opposed to, like Wallach or something, where you're saying they're a little more spread out. Okay, that seems like a reasonable thing. Although, uh-oh, Ace with the 100 bits. We just hit a hype train. Choo-choo. Wow, okay. Thank you guys very much for doing that tonight. Made me do my choo-choo. How much longer does it take you to fly out there, although? Instead of spending the extra time grinding, you're spending an extra 3 or 4 minutes flying out to this system and then flying back to base after you're done. I guess would be the counter argument to that, but I mean, if you're already there, that's cool. Alright, so let's do a heavy, and let's see how many rounds this thing goes. Yeah, they're mostly useless now. Exactly. There's, like I said, I think there's a couple of missions that went in there. So if the missions that you pick up from the holodeck or from the Rogue store, because I think you can spend credits and get a couple of those missions. So we'll do. I'm just gonna kill them until I blow up because I don't feel like flying back. And if you're wondering, I'm letting my shields go back up a little bit because I want the shields to take a few hot hits in the beginning to get Khan's crit rate up first, before Bev&Mudd start doing their thing. Like, but you want the shields to be down so you can do that. Yeah, but I want Khan's crit rate to actually, stack a little bit first before we get to that point. All right, so we got 3 and 3 3/4. So how long did these particular fights go? And this is the damage output version. You can use Tal instead of Khan. That's more of the damage reduction version if you're having trouble. Fight went 30 rounds. Now, again, this is 300% Crusher, 5% Khan crit boost. Where's Mr. Mudd? I think he's a 300% boost. Where's he kicking in? 9, 10. Nope, shields aren't down yet. Do the shields ever go down? Alright, so Mudd was just wasted. Hey, there we go. Shields depleted finally in round 29. Okay. I guess she's restoring too much of the shield health. I must have too much crew health stacked on this ship or something. Alright, but Mudd was 350, but he only worked for at the end, at the very, very end. So the second fight might have gone a little differently. That one went 29 rounds. I probably didn't have full shield health when it started. Well, maybe I did. It looks like I did. Yeah, Bev's doing too much work. Alright, maybe when we hit 26 rounds, maybe he actually worked this fight. Hey, alright, so Mudd did go off. Here he is. He's actually working a little bit here. We can see it in some of the rounds here. Okay. Shields depleted officially in round 22. So then he starts stacking plus 350%. And we can see the damage goes from, 511, 547 here to 500, 600 now. Now we're over 700. Now we're over 800. We're over 900 and a million. We're over a million by the end. And the fight I lost here, he probably would have gone off a lot sooner. Again, doing his thing. All right, hype train level 1. I'll take it. Thank you guys very much for doing that tonight. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, the Tal fight's going to go about 16 rounds. 15, 16 rounds. That's what we were doing the other night. Let's just do this and swap those guys. Fly on back out here. Now, when we were doing the Tal crew, we were getting, I think, 7 kills on the heavies. Because we're just taking less damage because the fight's ending sooner. So, hi Benny Hills Ghost, by the way. Welcome on in. Lloyd says you need to use the 32 rares. That's what you do now. Okay. Tal fight can't go 30, so that's one difference. That's very true. That is very true. I mean, I guess it could, right? If Georgiou misses that many times, if she or Nero misses that many times. People are trying to convince me that Nero is impossible to miss. Nero missed. We ran the tests on Sunday. He always misses round 1, but there were times in like round 14, 15, 16 where Nero didn't go off. It is a coin flip. Is it likely to happen? No. With the number of weapon shots and things and his ability having a 50-50 chance each time, it should happen consistently. But there are still the possibilities of him missing, which is sad, but it's true. Belair, you meant to ask, did I get the stream to get viewers on stage to join in the chat? I did not ever figure out exactly what happened with that and how to get the additional voice chat connection thing. It's one of those things that was it's still on my to-do list. But I have not dug into that further to recheck all, or watch the tutorial video on that again and figure out where exactly my settings were off or what changes I need to make to get that working right. Ooh, a scout. But thank you for reminding me. Olympus thinks they're going to create a single massive gun on a new enemy that only goes off at the start of round 20. I mean, like the assaults where like it killed you automatically, like in round 1 it just killed somebody. This new thing is going to have something that goes off in round 20 that just kills the ship. It hits you for like, the super obliterator. It just hits you for like 1,000,000,000 damage. Dean, you didn't authorize any STFC streaming? Well, the other 46 people did authorize me, so you got overruled. In fact, you got so overruled, you missed a level 1 hype train. Alright. So let's see what we got going on here. And just because I'm curious, I always like to look and see what other people are using. Are you just using the standard? Yeah, just using the standard Kelvin Pike Moreau Talon crew. That'll get you a few good kills. If you have a G4 ship. If you have a G3 ship, pretty sure Pike Moreau Talon is going to just get you blown up. But if you have a G4 ship, that's at least like tier 3. and not a jellyfish. That doesn't count. Just Q asks, have I seen episode 3 of Picard? No, I did not watch that episode today. I'll probably watch it tonight after I'm done streaming when I'm, lying in bed trying to fall asleep. Or, getting ready to go to sleep, shall we say. Because I'm not going to watch Picard and fall asleep. I'm going to be sitting there like glued to the TV screen. Alright, so these fights, doing their thing. These went 17 rounds. So we're taking considerably less damage. Obviously with Tal, we're finishing the fight 10 to 12 rounds faster. If I had less shield health, would the other fights have gone quicker? Yes, they would have. For sure. But we can do a bunch of these. Is my damaged guy still floating around here? Can I finish him off? Did anybody get him yet? The one that I died on before? Looks like somebody might have killed him already. Borg has that big kinetic weapon in round 10. If you're tier 5 Tal, you could use him to punch up. Yes, but a tier 5 Tal currently is not possible. Because you are limited to a tier 2 and a third Tal based on the packs that were available for sale. I think even if you already previously had him unlocked, maybe, depending, I guess, how many shards you had. I don't know if that would still have given you enough from the packs that were for sale if you could have gotten him to tier 3. Oh, I died already. What did I do wrong? Did I attack too soon? I must have. No, I just took enough damage in the last 2 fights. $18 rounds. So, yeah, considerably shorter, 16 rounds, considerably shorter fights with Tal&Georgiou. The one that went 18 rounds, I'm sure Georgiou missed.